Hi, and welcome back to another Amazon selling video. I'm Nikki Kirk, and this week I'm continuing my Sellerboard series with packing up a shipment in Sellerboard. So if you saw last week, or I guess it was 2 weeks ago now, my video on sourcing with Sellerboard's new buy list feature. So you can literally create buy lists while you're out sourcing and then upload them into Sellerboard when you get ready to pack up your shipment. So that's what we're gonna do today. They've got a bunch of new features I'm going to show you in this. And as always, don't forget, you can try Sellerboard if you are not already using it for 2 months, totally free, no credit card required. And you can do your shipments right in there, as well as what I've been using it for years and years is to see my profit on all of my Amazon business. They also work with Walmart now too. And if you have like an eBay store or what's the other things? Let me look real fast. Shopify store. You can also connect those right into Sellerboard, and you can see your whole business on all your different selling platforms in one software. Now, I have never filmed a video facing this way for obvious reasons, because that's all my FBM stock back there. So we are going to be putting my editing skills to the test and seeing how the heck I can blur this out. That'll be fun for me later. But anyways, yeah, so I have a buy list that I literally just been adding stuff to. I've actually uploaded this buy list 3 times because the buy list saved. So I uploaded it and sent some stuff off a couple weeks ago, sent some stuff off earlier this week, and now I'm going to do the rest of it for this video because it's going to take quite a while. So I wanted to do a smaller amount of stuff. But let's jump into Sellerboard and see all of the new features. All right, so I'm sure you're familiar with Sellerboard and you know how it looks, the dashboard, or if you're not familiar, this is where the dashboard, this is what I've been using for years. You can see all the different profit from everything that you've sold right here. It makes it really easy. Again, they have the same dashboard for Walmart. It makes it really easy because Walmart is even harder to figure out how much money you're making on stuff. But here under the inventory tab, you have inventory planner, purchase orders, reseller workflow, and FBA shipments. So I'm going to show you how you can upload that buy list or make a complete script shipment from scratch if you don't already have a buy list or you don't want to use the buy list, which I highly recommend. So that buy list, you'll see I have everything already entered, the costs of goods, how many I have. All I'm going to do is upload it, and then my shipment is everything's ready to go. I just now pack and do all the shipment. So that's why a buy list is so helpful. You literally don't have to get home and enter everything you just bought. It's already entered for you. It makes it very simple. So highly recommend using a buy list if you are not. And of course, Sellerboard has their new one. It's in the app. Again, here's my video from last week. I'll link it below in the show notes if you want to go ahead and grab it. But yeah, okay, so the first thing I'll show you is the new reseller workflow. So you can see I've got one I already started uploading. I think I must have uploaded it twice. I'm not really sure. But let's just delete the old one. So in the reseller workflow, you can create a new workflow. You can name it if you want to name it something. You can name it whatever. I just have been leaving it as the date and all that. Here is where you'll select a buy list. So I have all my buy lists. I've got my October 2nd that I just keep adding stuff to. Buy list. If you have a template, if you have a VA or somebody who does your buy list for you, or if you've done Google Sheets, that maybe you're doing OA and you've done a Google Sheet with all your buy lists, you can upload that as well. And then everything will be ready for you there. So I went ahead, of course, and did the buy list, and I'm going to hit import. Create a new batch. Okay, now you can see here most of my stuff. So all those costs of goods, the other amazing thing about the buy list and then sending shipments with Sellerboard, you no longer have to manually enter in all your costs of goods, because when you enter them in when you do your shipment or in the buy list, they're already there. So all the costs of goods are there. You can see I've already got these listed. So what I did this morning was I uploaded this whole buy list. And then anything that wasn't already listed, like I didn't already have in my Amazon account, I went ahead and did the create listing for, which I will show. I saved some of them to show you for this video. But you know how earlier this year, Amazon changed everything. So all the softwares had to redo how they do everything and how you send shipments to Amazon. And they take a long time to think. And that's because Amazon's end. Apparently what I heard was Amazon was giving out like duplicate FN SKUs to different sellers because they weren't thinking or processing. So now they're processing it slower, which is why when you create a new listing, it thinks and thinks and thinks on Amazon side, and then it'll give you the FN SKU. No matter what software you use, it takes that time to think. It's usually like 10 to 15 minutes. So what I did was this morning, I created all of them, like I'm going to show you here in a second, and then I let it think, went to work out, took a shower, came back, and now I'm ready to go. So that, got that out of the way without me sitting here waiting for it to create. So if anything needs an expiration date and you forgot to enter it in your buy list, you can enter it when you're buying it, but you can also enter it right here. You can see everything that I've already got listed. This expiration date needs to be fixed. These are not real expiration dates. They don't have an expiration date, but Amazon requires one, so I always put something a year out. Okay, so I saved a couple of things to show you, some examples. So Sellerboard will help you create SKUs automatically. So the cool thing is, and you can actually change it at any time, but it can't be listed yet. So let me find one that I haven't listed. So here we go. See this little setting toggle here? You can click that and then you can formulate your SKU however you want it to be. So if you, I have mine date.cost of goods, but if you want the ASIN in your SKU and it previews, it shows you what it would look like. If you want the condition, if you want the price that you're selling it for, you can add a custom input. If you have a number that you want to do, and since you can update this every time you do one, you could make a custom input of, I don't know, the date. No, we already have the date. I'm trying to think. But if you had, I don't have a reason for it, but if you had a reason for a custom input, you could input it. But the cool thing is, so this is just like the template that it will automatically do, but this is the cool thing. So I don't need that, so we'll delete that. I'm going to leave it as it is. So we've got date.cost of goods. So the 21st of October and then $14.99. So save the template. However, what's cool is, again, it doesn't work on anything that's already listed because it already created it. But like this example here, so it's got the date and the cost of goods, but I know I got this at Marshall's, so I can go ahead and add that there. You can literally type in, so you have your setting of how it's going to make it, right? With the date, the cost of goods, the price, whatever it is that you want in there, but you can still add to it. So right now in the workflow, I'm adding to it. So I got this again at Marshall's. At this point, I know where I got stuff, so I don't even need to be entering this anymore, but sometimes it is helpful if you've had stuff or you can't remember where you got it, or you have someone else working with you in your business to have that extra thing of where you got it. And again, I abbreviate it. So you don't have the break-even price, but I have not had break-even price for 3 or 4 years now in my SKUs, so I don't really do that. You could do it, and actually I have a ticket into Sellerboard to help fix this. So eventually Sellerboard will hopefully, as long as they have the capabilities, have the break-even price available to add into our SKUs. The reason is they already have it in the buy list, so there's no reason they can't auto-add it for us. So that's my hope, and that's my ticket into them. But yeah, so eventually we might be able to have break-even right in the SKU for us automatically. Anywho, okay, so I've added where I've got the stuff. And then you can see, and if I needed to delete something out of it, I could delete it out of it. I don't think I've deleted any of these out of it. Oh, I will be deleting this one out. So I'm going to try and create an offer just to show you. And it's telling me I'm not eligible to sell this ASIN. I was when I bought it. I got auto-approved, but I went this morning to try and auto-approve again, and it says it's hard-gated. I can't even submit an invoice. So off to Walmart that one went. But yeah, so I wanted to show you you might get these kind of errors if something happens on Amazon side where they gated you. So I'm going to delete that one out of my workflow. Okay, back to where I was. So this one, I actually sold this. So you can see my SKU is Target $9.49. So I must have got it during a Christmas sale or something, because I got it at Ross for $19.99 this time. But because I've already listed it and I've already got that M SKU, I can't actually just relist it. There is, and Sellerboard is also working on this. There's an error that, if you know how you delete old SKUs and then you go to relist them, they're fixing it so that you can be able to relist them. But as of right now, it doesn't work. However, I don't want to do that anyways, because I didn't get it for $9, so I need a new SKU anyway. So I've got the new you see this create offer thing right here, but instead I'm going to say, or sorry, the relist, but instead I'm going to do create a new offer. Charlie, look in your chair. So now I've got the new offer, and you can see that this SKU went back to what I've paid for it. So I got this new one at Ross, so I'll just add an RS for my purposes. The price, that must have been the old price that I was selling it for. I will be selling it for more now. It doesn't have an expiration date because it's a toy. It's new, And anyways, now I'm going to create the offer. So this is the thing where it thinks. No matter what software you use, it's going to think. You can't get around this right now. If ever. This might be our new way of life. Who knows? It's all dependent on Amazon. So I got that one going to list. Now, right now, we're not creating a shipment just yet. We're actually just making a workflow in Sellerboard. So nothing's been added to a shipment. So we can add and remove stuff as needed. So it will also pull all of your existing SKUs. So if I have stuff like that I forgot to add to buy list, or I want to get stuff off of my shelves here and send it in, you can go ahead and enter your ASIN that you want to add there. I've got 8 of these. The expiration date. Okay, so I've just got a couple more that I need to create the offers for. So I've already added my SKU. Now I'll just hit create offer, create offer. And then at any time during this or your shipment, you can go ahead and hit save, and it will save everything that you've been working on, so you can come back to it later. Now, I can continue on after it's done thinking from this and make my shipment, or I want to show you the other way, which you can do a shipment right in FBA Shipments tab. So again, from here, cool thing, you can see all of your old shipments. So you can see how many products, if there was a problem where they didn't get any. And then you can, of course, go to Amazon and go into your Amazon account and ask for reimbursement for the stuff they've lost. But I want to create a new inbound shipment. So I'm going to go ahead and hit create. This is where it will pull everything that you need to pull, so you can start from scratch. If you didn't use a buy list, you can go ahead and start from scratch. And again, enter ASINs that you want to send in here. So you can search your existing inventory, or you can search for it on Amazon's catalog. So I can replenish because I already have this in my inventory, or I can create a new offer if I needed to create a new offer for some reason. I can already see I need to increase the price. So we'll hit replenish. I'm going to send in 1 unit. Now this is one thing I wanted to make sure to highlight. Okay, so you do the prep category. I'm sure you're aware of this. Again, Amazon or any other software you use, this is no different. Prep category and then prep type. So it will always say label, but you also got to go down here and do prep no required. I don't know why, but just make sure you check that, because if you don't, it errors out, and that took me a while to figure out what was going on with that. So yeah, if it has an expiration date again, and then you'll print your item labels. Okay, I have to switch my labels out before we get to that. Anywho, if you want to import from your buy list, again, same situation as it was. So I'm going to import my buy list. And then those ASINs that they're still thinking, those errored out. So I will go and manually enter those because it's not ready yet. So again, no prep required, labeling, no prep. No prep required, labeling, no prep. Okay, everything has finished processing on Amazon's side, and I am ready to proceed. Switched out my labels. So now I've hit next on the reseller workflow. And so it's going to create a new batch of FIFO, which stands for first in, first out. So that means all of the buy cost, my cost of goods for this stuff that I'm sending in right now, it's going to, as it sells on Amazon, Sellerboard will attribute that buy cost as, $6.99, $9.99, whatever that cost is. Then if I get it, because prices are going up on everything, if I get, that same soap that I got for $6.99, that's now $9.99 at Marshall's. If you know, you know. then I can enter the new buy cost of $9.99, and it will, after all the $6.99 sell out, so say I got 6 units of $6.99, those sell out, and then the next 10 I got at $9.99, Sellerboard will then attribute the sales for those buy costs to that. So you don't have to worry about making batches of new, or I know some people even create whole new SKUs and offers for new buy costs. Sellerboard does it for you. So first in, first out, that's what that is. So you can create a new batch, or you can say, no, don't do it, but I'm going to go ahead and do yes. I've been listening to the new Taylor Swift album, and I have all the songs, every day a different song stuck in my head. Today, it's canceled. Okay, now again, so because now I've gone from, in my reseller workflow, I'm from products and offers to prep details, so I'm basically making my shipment now. So again, I'm going to have to do the no prep required. So again, with the reseller workflow, if you are just kind of like adding stuff in, or maybe you have someone working with you in your business and you want them to start adding stuff in, it's adding stuff and it's creating those offers and it's doing all that work without actually adding to a shipment yet. It's just kind of adding it to your Amazon inventory. So you could do that, or you could just go straight shipment. Like you could just do the FBA shipments and do all this right there. It's really kind of up to you what's better for how you work, your business, all that. So this is my first time actually doing it with the reseller workflow. I normally just do it straight into the FBA shipments option. All right, now I'm going to quickly make sure that I have expiration dates on all my beauty products, because even though it maybe didn't flag it just yet, as soon as I hit next, it's going to flag it. So I'm just going to visually once over put all those expiration dates in. Okay, so since everything is going to one packing group, it just bypassed me right past to the box contents. Okay, so in box 1, so I'm going to probably use, well, I don't know, we'll go with my littler box for now because I do have some beauty products. But you can enter the weight, since I don't know the weight yet, but I'm going to enter the measurement. And then you're going to go for the box as you pack stuff up. So we'll say I'm packing up that. It's going to tell you how many you have, right? So I have 5 of these, but in this box I can only fit, let's say 3, this box all 4, this box all 7, and so on. So now you'll see here that they are already zeroed out because they're already packed. As I need another box, I'll add a new box. Same thing, you can enter, once I weigh it, I can enter that there. But yeah, so that's how the packing goes. If I needed to duplicate a box, like if you have a case pack or you have this bunch of the same things, you could duplicate, you can pack everything all in one box. It will add everything. So if you have a smaller shipment, it's added everything for me. If I need to delete that whole box. And I'm going to now start taking off all my labels and prepping and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so. Okay, it is 5 o'clock now, 5:15. It says Halloween is coming up. When I turned the camera on, it just looked like this, so I have to leave it like this for a second. But I'm gonna go over there and pull the shades because the sun is shining in my face. But it took me, I started around noon, and it's 5, so this shipment, which is, I think it was 109 items altogether. I have to double check. But anyways, took about 5 hours, and that was because of the buy list. So that really, all in all, made it fast. Now let me go fix the lighting. Okay, that's better. You can see me now, right? All right, so back into Sellerboard. I got everything all prepped, put the stickers on, polybagged, boxed it. Ended up only being 3 boxes, since it was like some heavy beauty items and then lots of toys and stuff. It's like the bigger things went in the bigger boxes. Anyways, you know how it goes. So you can see I've got everything boxed and the box contents in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit next. And this is where it is going to sync with Amazon and let me know which placement I want to pick and all that stuff. It does take a while. Again, no matter what software you use, because they can on Amazon. I've really been enjoying doing my shipments with Sellerboard because it's very intuitive. You don't even need me to tell you how to do it. Like, you just, as you're doing it, you'll understand how to do it. I taught myself. All right, it's done. So I can send it to Florida, Crown Point, Indiana, or California, and it tells me the different prices. I'm probably going to do Indiana. Sometimes I will look up where the shipments are going, and there's one in Homestead, Florida, which some sellers say like it wasn't open and the shipments get sent back. So I just decide to not deal with that, and I'll go to Indiana. So then you just pick which, fee you want to pay. I mean, I don't want to pay any of them, but this is the way Amazon is now. Yeah, so 3 boxes, 28 products, 109 units total. So that took me all in all 5 hours to pack the shipment. So pretty easy. You add the buy list and then Sellerboard, send to Amazon, done. As soon as this is done thinking, I'm going to pick small parcel delivery. There we go. It's going to ship out Thursday because the UPS doesn't come pick up tomorrow. And then the delivery window, I don't really understand this. It only gives me 1 day. And again, all softwares now with Amazon are making you do this. Like, how do I know? But it always has the day to pick there. So I picked the 26th. I'm going to accept the charges. So it'll be about almost exactly $100 between the placement fee and the small parcel. Accept. I don't ever do that new batch entries. Plus, because I just did it with the first in, first out earlier cost. So I don't need to do that. But if you did do it, it'll just pop up where you can manually enter the cost of goods for everything you just did. But again, because we did the buy list and it's already in there, we don't need that. So at this point, I'm going to print my labels, slap them on the box, and I'm done. So I know so many of you, because I love Sellerboard, I've been talking about it forever, already use Sellerboard. So if you already use Sellerboard, it's affordable. I love it because obviously we want to know how much money we're making doing this crazy thing, Amazon. But also now you can do all your shipments in it. So the same software you already have, you can now do all this other stuff as well. So you might be able to consolidate in some of your softwares and save some money that way. And not only that, again, they have a very generous 2 months free, no credit card required. So you can connect your Amazon account today and start working with Sellerboard. You can get it, again, the link is below, or yoursellingguide.com/Sellerboard to get that 2 months free. All right, now let me print my labels. So right here, we're going to set print box labels. I have the thermal printer. I remembered to switch out my labels. I do have 2 Rolos, but I just switch them out. It's easier for me. And that is that. I am ready now for UPS to come pick this up, and I'll head out sourcing again tomorrow because it's Q4 and can't stop, won't stop. So let me know if you've tried this with Sellerboard, either the buy list or the packing a shipment in Amazon, to Amazon in Sellerboard. I would love to know your feedback. And yeah, I'll be back next week with another Amazon selling video. Thank you guys so much and happy sourcing.